everybody, whoever might actually find their way here. Oh my God, y'all, I'm having the worst tech drama this evening. I apologize 1,000%. I have absolutely no idea what went on, and I'm hoping that you will be able to find me. Oh, good Lord. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm going to wait and see who jumps in here. You guys put in the chat if you can hear me. I hope you can. Hey, y'all, put in the chat if you can hear me. Thank you for showing up. Let me see in the chat. I have absolutely no idea what blew up, but everything just went kabloosh, and I apologize 1,000,000%. Just 1,000,000%. Let me know if you guys are in the chat. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay, I see y'all popping on, but I can't see you in the chat. So you guys give me just a second. I'm going to try to figure this out. I have no idea what went wrong. I followed Joel's instruction to the letter, and everything just went kablooey. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Oh, okay. Maureen says everybody's in the chat. Give me just a second. I'm having to do computer triage right now. 2 secs, y'all. I'll be there. I'll be there. Whoa. I'll be there to protect you. That's my Michael Jackson impression. Whoa. Oh, and there you are in a completely different window. Goodness. Okay, can you all hear me? Oh, right? I don't even know what that feedback was. For real, y'all. Okay, let's try that. Is that better? Is the echo gone? Tell me if the echo's gone. Y'all are so good to me. Oh my great googly moogly. Okay. Whoop! No echo. Yes. Yay. Okay. I have zero idea what went kaflooey. Honest to goodness. How can somebody build websites that get millions of people a month to them? Because that's what I do. And I can't even press little buttons to go. I don't even know. All right. Technology is an illusion. Technology hasn't made it to 5D yet, for sure. And we're definitely not into quantum computing yet. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm not in Gainesville, Florida. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thanks for the laugh. No problem. Oh, look. And my hair's gone buck wild, too. I love it. Fantastic. Okay. So, computer gnomes. That is the truth. Okay, so first things first. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. And the other thing that I will say is thank you so very, very much to my moderators, Maureen. And, oh, cool. Necklace, y'all. I ordered this from a gal in Australia. And it just came today. I love it. I will put the, oh, you know what? I'll put the link to where the vendor that I bought it from on Etsy. I'll put that link in somewhere. I'll get it and put it. Oh, I'll put it in the chat, Dirt. And she's making me a custom bear one. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And so, I look marvelous, darling. Thank you, Maureen. And as Emily, your cosmetologist, oh my God, I dream of a day where I I have so much money, and I just keep a cosmetologist on hand. Thank you. I do have that one devil horn sticking out over there, but thank you so much. So I'm super cash today. I hope you guys are okay with that. And right, this has been wonderfully entertaining. Oh, it gets worse. It gets who said that? Melinda Fern. It gets much worse as the evening wears on. So thank you guys very much, and let's get some housekeeping out of the way. First of all, holy guacamole, thank everybody who is pledging the Kickstarter. Mostly I'm glad for y'all because, oh, I'm going to get it this time. Hold on. Okay, so thank you guys for been pledging the Kickstarter. We have reached our first stretch goal, which unlocks the domestic cats version, the domestic cats book. And I wanted to show you guys, I don't think I showed it on the last slide because it wasn't here. So this is my dummy copy of the book. It's ginormous, y'all. It weighs almost 6 pounds. And when you compare the ARC book, for those of you that have the ARC, and it's like the most complete tarot book on the market that comes with a deck, that's the difference in the price. I mean, not the difference in the price, but that's the difference in the size. And the ARC book is a full-size book. And so this is, hey, Byron. Hey, y'all. And so this is what an inside page looks like. Now, it's just all taped together, so, you know, don't be all like, ugh. But that's what a page looks like. So there's like 2 whole pages of animal information for each animal. That's why it's a 704-page book. There are 300 animals that each have 2 pages, and then oh gosh, I don't know, stuff on sigils and numerology and colors and interpreting the messages. And yeah, anyway, so hey y'all. Okay, so thank you so much. We are going to make, we've already made that first stretch goal, and I made a pledge today that if you all would help the Kickstarter get up to, ooh, my hair is killing me. If y'all would help me get up to 40,000, then instead of the stretch goal for the dogs version being 45,000, I'd kick in the other 5,000, and I'll just get them all printed, and there we go. So chances are, probably what I'll do tomorrow is just go ahead and just put both books up for y'all to start doing the add-ons, because I know we're going to reach 40,000. We're already at 36,000 and something today. So thank you so much. But mostly I thank you, y'all who are really, really wanting to do shamanistic work, healing work, and you want to do better animal communication and deeper animal communication and all those kinds of things. This book, this is the book. It's going to help you do things that you just can't even imagine that you can do today, or maybe you imagine but you don't believe you can do. It's going to help you. So also, oh, thank you, Kimberly. And so just know that in the chat, when people come on and they're trying to get you all to inbox you for a message now, inbox me for a reading now, that's none of my tribe. That my people don't do that. I don't do that. And so thank you very much to Maureen. Thank you very much to Teapot. They are my moderators. And yeah, okay, so we're going to get started with the messages, because today's been like crazy message day. Even today, you guys will notice Amy's not here. She is going on a mini vacation to celebrate she and her husband's anniversary. And Joel is still not here because he's on vacay, which is probably why, I don't know what the heck I did, but blew up anyway, y'all, thank you for being here. So even just talking today to Amy before she left, I didn't even remember what I was doing, but my headspace wasn't in the psychic space. And all of a sudden, all these messages came through about her laundry detergent. I was like, did you just switch laundry detergents? And she was like, why, yes, I did. And I was like, well, here's the message. And I gave her the message that the spirit animals wanted her to know that it was a really awesome choice and they love the smell. And she was like, she had been having this mental internal battle about going natural with soap and doing this and doing that. So so for some reason, Spirit really needed her to know today, the spirit animals, that she had chosen the right laundry detergent. But what happened was, after that, the whole rest of the day, almost everybody that I talked to, whether it was in a chat or was on the phone or whatever, it was the little things that had been nagging at them, little things that just had been on their mind and just looped and looped and looped and looped. So what I want to say first is that this message, first I'm going to draw this card, for a card for the collective, right? A card for all the wild pack that's here. And it's just, I know, love my natural laundry detergent. And I this message for the collective is don't let the little things get in your mind and start running around like cockroaches. Just don't do it like ants. They're taking it over. And okay, I want you guys to so here are the cards as they're coming right at the moment. And what's crazy is when you look at one of those right up here, that's the dove marker and it's inverted. And then there's the turkey marker, or turkey also inverted. And then owl is inverted. And all of a sudden we've got all of these cards sticking up out of the deck like my hair. And they're all inverted. And what's crazy about that is they all can be applicable. Every one of them can be applicable because the overall message for y'all tonight is just don't let the little stuff get in your head and just keep nagging at you, because eventually all those little things will glom together, because that's what negativity does, is it gloms together, and something this big will glom together with this big and this big and this, and the next thing you know, you've got a snowball, rolling down the mountains of your brain, and just, it's never good. So, if you take a look at the dove inverted, okay, that's right there. You've got no peace. There's something that's got you doing this, right? You're just like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's happening, and you're spinning. And everybody's been there, right? I mean, everybody's been there. And so the thing is you got to find your place of peace. You got to stop spinning. Now, the other thing, and dirt, y'all, and notice they're all three birds. Now, we should have gone to Vegas because, that's a full house, or whatever they call it, a straight flush, or whatever they call it. Notice I don't know anything about cards. But three birds. Okay, now we're talking about the divine triad and maiden mother crone. It's an extremely numerology. This is a very sacred number because of the three. And it's said that the voice or the numbers of the universe are 369. So now you've got three birds inverted, and what that means is, it just wows us, because three birds that can't get the wind up under their wings, we can't have that here tonight. We got to turn these cards around. And especially the owl card, and especially all of them, really, because turkey, if you remember, that's the coronavirus animal. Kooky story about how turkey came to be the coronavirus animal, spirit animal. And then you talk about moon and owl inverted, that'll just suck the power right out of you. So it's, 3 times more news than expected. Right, Galia, I think that's how you pronounce it. Gosh, I hope so. Mystic Mimi, I've been crazy as a loon, and that's crazy. Girl, I hear you. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small. That is great advice. And hi, everybody. Yeah. Hey, Maureen, you don't know I accidentally caused that blow up. I probably did, but you never know. There could be gnomes in the computer. But anyway, yes, I'm very glad to see y'all this evening. Thank you so much. And again, especially thank you to Teapot and Maureen. You guys, you keep me straight. So that's the message for the collective. If you guys have been like, like Mystic Mimi said, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat it. Just don't. And don't let it eat away at your peace. And also, don't let it ground you. Like, I had a short conversation with somebody today. Somebody called my office raising the ruckus this morning. And, hi, Kimberly. received my level 2 Reiki certification, going towards a master's. I want to help animals. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. So, Natasha B, you wrote LOL Byron, and I saw Lord Byron, and I'm like, why is somebody quoting Lord Byron? Like, I'm trying to think of all the Lord Byron poems and whatnot. So anyway, I got a phone call earlier today, and it didn't rattle me, but I sure turned into triple Scorpio real fast. I don't know why I did it, but the ruckus this fellow was bringing, it just irked me. And I hate people who bully conversations, or I don't hate them, but I hate when people bully conversations and you're trying to, help them or say something or whatever, and they just, like a big wheel truck, man, they just right over you. I can't stand that. And so I just got real quiet, and he was like, are you still there? Did you hang up on me? And I said, well, if you'll shut up long enough, I'll yes, I'm still here, and I'll be able to give you the answer to what you want, but you got to stop yapping long enough. Oh, Lordy, that set him right off. And so eventually I did go, listen, we're done here. This conversation is done. Click. And it was just a little thing, and it didn't nag me. I kind of thought it was pretty funny, but what I'm hearing for y'all, and especially seeing 3 birds inverted, I don't know that y'all were able to blow off anything that irked you today, or any of the small things that have irked you in the last week or so. I don't know that they've been shaken off so much. Hey, Cherry. I don't know if they've been shaken off so very much. So try to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to regular readings. And boy, this is really unusual. I'm being I love the horns. I live with my little thing that's been bugging me, so it's really hard to shake him off. That's funny. I don't know why, but hey Marie, I'm being drawn to my elbows, and I'm feeling some discomfort there, like there might have been a cracked elbow, or you've had surgery on your elbow, or somebody who's crossed over had an elbow thing. Can you guys say it in the chat if you can identify with the elbow thing? I am just like, yeah, it's a bumblebee. Yeah, Christine, it's a bumblebee jasper. I just got it in the mail today. This gal from, she's in Australia, and she makes, I've never seen anything like what she makes. I just love it. And so, thank you. And, okay, let me go back to the elbow thing. I just really need somebody to identify the elbow thing, A, because it hurts, and B, this message is, well, I'm just going to say it. Oh, my current partner has had her left arm completely replaced from the elbow down. Oh, goodness. Eczema. Okay. Yeah, that could count. Marie, I'm feeling it a little more in the bone. But if, some people experience eczema where it really hurts, like right through the skin. And I mean, it hurts like craziness. So, thank you, Teapot. Will you marry me? This is very distinctly for people who can identify with the elbow thing. And, this is a crazy message, but I'm being told that you're supposed to energetically elbow your way to the front of the line, like wham, wham, wham. Now, I don't mean go into, your local grocery store and be like wham, 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 get people out of the line. It's not like that. Oh, Maria just had a recent flare up. Hey, Axie. I know the jacket. I got this in my home, away from home, Glastonbury. I bought this in Glastonbury, England. Crying the whole time because I was like, it's the last thing I'm going to buy before I have to go home, and I got to go back to America. Whoa, to live in Glastonbury. Whoa, it was terrible. And so you're supposed elbow people. Elbow people. Thank you, Etsy. So elbow over toilet. That's funny. Little C, big C. That's funny. And so there's something with you elbow people where you're literally supposed to be elbowing your way to the front of the line, because you either normally stand back and you don't take your rightful place, or time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. And you have got to get to the front of the line with whatever this is that you are trying to accomplish. And I'm feeling like this is dovetailing into people. Now, there was a gal earlier who said, something about she was getting her her master's in Reiki, or she had that, and then she was going to do something else. I don't remember, because I have a terrible memory and I'm in the zone, right? The elbow people, this is also kind of dovetailing into you, Kim. You had elbow surgery, okay? So this is dovetailing into some kind of education you've got to have. And here is what I'm hearing. Please, elbow people, listen to this. And please, people that are thinking about taking a class, getting a certification or some kind of other degree or this or that or whatever, that if it's a degree, and let's say that you've got to have a master's or a doctorate to practice what you truly want to practice, right? Okay. But really what I'm hearing is, to do what you truly want to do, you don't have to have a master's or a doctorate, but you do have to know, ooh, Kimberly, I'm sorry, you went to physical therapy today for your elbow. It's hurting badly. Ooh, is it okay if I send healing energy to that, Kimberly, to your elbow? I hope that's okay. Okay, Emily, you've been considering Reiki and dog obedience and a million other things. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm hearing. Okay, so like yesterday, and this is a great example of this. As much as I boof up y'all on the tech for these dang streaming things and these live things, and I, in my life, never have had that kind of craziness. I really am a geek girl. And really, it's all about when it comes to websites and getting traffic and, social media marketing and, all that kind of stuff. That's my jam. But when it comes to building websites within WordPress, I'm a power user. I'm a this, I'm a that. And so I'm becoming really good at e-commerce. And the fellow that's helping me do that is an e-commerce expert. And yesterday I was with him for like 2 hours. What I learned from that old boy in 2 hours, I was like, I'm the king of the world. I'm the king of the e-commerce world. Woo! Aroo! And just that knowledge that came into me fulfilled me so much, and it jazzed me so much. And I'm going to be able to utilize that. And no one would ever know that I went to that. No one would ever know that I went to that class or whatever. I didn't get a certification. I didn't get anything, but I got the knowledge. And so you're really being called to go to your class, get the knowledge that you need to get, but don't be all crazy wound up in getting a degree. Now, get the degree if you need it, but it is, Cheryl, girl, hit me up, because I'm telling you, man, I learned about, oh my God, customer, user experience and conversion. And I learned how to use a heat map, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. And, finally he was like, Bernadette, I got to go. And I'm like, no, stay on Skype with me. So we've got another session set for next week. But what I'm trying to get to is, those of you that have the elbow that transitions into you're thinking about getting a certification or a degree or something. Maureen, don't I wish I were the queen of e-commerce? I'm not, but I'm fitting to be the queen of my e-commerce. Gayla, finishing 2 master classes, Master Psychic and Master Tarot. We're going to talk about that word master in just a second. And so, hey, Lisa, please learn what you need to learn and get on the stick, like get up on it. And just don't be all caught up in the labels and the degrees and the this and the that, because when it comes to like Reiki and psychic stuff and tarot stuff and whatever, and especially like when it comes to shamanism, I have this conversation with people all the time. They're all like, well, You can only say that you can never say you're a shaman because only indigenous. Yeah, it is good about Master Gala. It totally is. Totally. Or Galia. Okay, Kimberly, I'm doing that. Sorry, Kimberly, do you have a thing for the color yellow? Something about the color yellow, massage therapy skills and going back into the field, but the pandemic is making it difficult. Yeah, Jessica, I totally get that. Now, here's the thing. Okay, I'm sending it to you too, Maureen. So, Kimberly, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'll be back to that other message in just a second. I cannot get past the color yellow at your elbows, and I keep seeing citrine, sunflowers, like everything yellow, little yellow daisies, little yellow duckies. What's the yellow with you? But in any event, you're really being called, whatever this is that you're wanting to learn, then please, again, run, don't walk, get it. And don't be all caught up in the labels, because so like I'm going to do a certification for people who want to get certified in, spirit, totem, and power, animal communication, working with the arc, that kind of thing. I'm doing it because people have asked me to do it. Lots of y'all have asked me to do that. And I'm like, okay, but how do you certify, someone in doing that? Okay, Teapot, I got you. I'm sending you. And so, when people take my master Reiki training or my master tarot training or my master this or get certified in this or in that, what's their benchmark for that? What's the standardized testing for that? And I don't really care for the word standardized testing, because it's not about being standard. It is not. Education and smarts and intelligence, skill sets are not a one size fits all. But there does come a certain level of experience that you have, or accuracy, like repeated accuracy, or demonstrated success, that I do believe you could call yourself a master, and I do believe the people that are teaching it could call themselves a master. Now, having said that, that's assuming that you've mastered whatever the thing is. And I don't think anybody ever masters anything, because every day you can grow and every day you can learn something new. But it's the only language we have for that at this moment. Goodness. Hey, Restless, what you up to? What the yellow is going on with you? That's funny. Of course you came into that. That's hilarious. And so it is cool, I think, to identify with those words, master or certified or this or that, but don't get so married to it that you're not open to other ways of thinking and being and doing. Because I have this conversation all the time. I just had this conversation with a friend, which is she got all bent out of shape because, she has studied with a particular sect of culture over in Peru. And in her mind, that's a shaman. And if you haven't studied that, or you haven't this, or you haven't that, you're not a shaman. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. It might be true for you, but if you look up the classic definition of a shaman, it's people who journey to ordinary realities, people who do healing, people who do that. My grandma was a dang shaman because she was a nurse. And the vet up the road is a shaman because he heals animals. And so on and so on and so on and so on. So, if you want a label, get a label. I'm a prime example of what really is she? Because I don't in public so much dress like the country farm girl that I am. If y'all just saw me hanging out around my house, chances are I got a big old baggy set of overalls on and probably no shoes. And if I do, they're flip-flops, and, sweat's boiling down my face because I'm out in my yard doing something, or I'm out doing something with animals or whatever. Not a stitch of makeup on, not a nothing. And then in another turn, I'll be in a black evening gown and, looking like you're, doing some high-end business. Oh my gosh, tell me this is not, oh Lord. Yep. So, Galia, let me just say that about that. I was born with the gift. Everyone is. Every living organism is psychic, and it is directly linked to our will to survive, our survival skill sets. That's what it's directly linked to. Some people are more in touch and more in tune. Just they're more sensitive. That's nature. That's nurture. It's a lot of different things. But everybody is born with that, and I wish everybody would come to that not understanding, but that realization. So yeah, Jessica Blower, jack of many trades, better a master of many than a master of one. Totally get that. Black gown, fancy, I know. Okay, so listen, and this is why they call it being psychic, y'all. So for Kimberly with her elbow, I was really drawn to the color yellow, and I'm like, I just see yellow everywhere, and I'm like, I keep seeing citrine, and she just wore citrine today, and she's working with her yellow chakra to believe that you can actually do this. I don't know what this means. Maybe it's like psychic stuff that you mean, or metaphysics, but you totally can. It totally can. And man, I have to be really careful what I say to y'all in public because I don't want to call anybody out. But Kimberly, if you're willing to answer this, I feel like you're very drawn to herbs and potentially to like a Wiccan path or a pagan path, that kind of thing. And if that's true, then you are on the right path. If that is just way not accurate, and I apologize, but I just really like the yellow that I'm seeing. I keep seeing my symbolism in my head for what spirit sends me when it's a pagan Wiccan path, and boy, it will go very, very well for you. So all of that being said, elbow people, let me wrap it up. Let's go to that. You got to move now, right now, towards what it is that you want to learn. And with the labels, use them if you want to, but if you don't want to, nobody's going to be mad at you. Okay. All right. So, I'm feeling this side of my head because I feel like somebody's got a scar right through here. Maybe you had some surgery here. It feels like an indentation. Maybe there was some kind of injury there that caused an indentation. Can somebody identify that? Can somebody take that? Because this is a pretty serious message. Hey, Jason. Well, Little C Big C. Hey, Jason. When am I normally live? Well, I don't do anything normally, but Tuesday mornings from 7 to 8:30, and Thursday evenings from usually 7 to 8:30. I lied. Tuesday mornings is 8 to 9:30. What am I thinking? And then Thursday nights. I'm feeling it on my left side, Emily, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if there's a scar there or some kind of injury or indentation or whatever, the side doesn't so much matter. Hey, you're welcome, Jason. Thanks for showing up. Hope you hang out. It doesn't matter if that's for you. I mean, that's pretty specific, the injury. Everybody say hi, Hobbs, Princess Hobbs. She's going to get some water. My sister has a huge scar from where a TV fell and split her head. Oh, goodness. Yikes. My husband had brain surgery, has a shunt in his head. Okay, well, this message is for a whole bunch of y'all. I was in a car accident. Okay. And this is why they call it being psychic. And just so you guys know, today has been crazy psychic day. I'm like so deep in the zone. So that's why I'm trying to I don't want to filter messages from spirit, and censorship drives me crazy. I may not like what you have to say, but I'll die defending your right to say it. Like I say that all the time, right? Freedom is freedom. And you guys know how I am about freedom and staying wild. So, and if you don't, welcome to the wild pack, where we don't want to be controlled. No, we don't. We don't want to be tamed. We don't want to be held hostage. We are wild and free spirits, able to make decisions on our own, and good decisions on our own, and stand on our own 2 feet, and don't need anything from anybody telling us how to live our lives. Right, wild ones? Right. Right. Okay. So, all that said, this is for the head injury people, and here's what this means. And if it's not you, And like the gal that said, oh, little C, big C, my sister has a scar. I don't know if your sister knows that you're into this stuff, but if you would share the message with her, I just feel like people with the head thing, it is your time. Axie. Yes, Lord. It's going to be like church up a her, y'all. I'm going to order some mac and cheese in because that's, well, she can think you're nuts all she wants, but hey, Allison, pass this message along to her is all I can say. And, she might receive it, she might not, but there's a real call for y'all with the head injury stuff to dive much, much deeper into your prayer, your meditation, your mantras, your affirmations, your spell work with anything that has to do with that, because a great awakening is coming to you and you want to be prepared for that. Meaning, when you first start psychic work or mediumship work, well, mediumship work really, and the first time a dead person shows up to you and you feel what it feels like to have an energy in you or right around you. I've seen people run out of a room. I've seen people in the class just flat get up and grab their stuff and haul boogie out of a room because they were scared. They thought they were ready for it, and then they weren't because it got real. And you'd ask them, you'd call them and go, I had a stroke. Does that count? It does count if you have, well, yeah, because whatever side of your brain that would be on, that could count. I feel it more as a, okay, Kimberly, you have a scar from one side of your head to the other. My husband is here with the brain surgery. He's starting to get more spiritual. He's been blocking it for a year. Okay. And so, here's what Spirit's trying to do. Spirit, let me just put it to you bluntly. You're starting or in the middle of or fixing a start, because that's what we say in the South while we wear all of our Tibetan spiritual wear, right? You're fitting to have a come to Jesus, and you are going to have a tremendous spiritual awakening that might be a little bit scary, but man, I hope you can. I really, if you can just, now that you know what's going to be going on ahead of time, just lean into it, because when you get to the awakening that you're going to awaken to, everything in your life is going to change for the better in ways that you have only dreamed about, but you never really thought was going to happen. And so that's why I was like, y'all, we got to have, I need to for real know who the head injury people, the scar people, the this people, the that people, because, hey, Lori, you're fixing to have an amazing time where if you think you walk with Spirit now, y'all are going to be like linking arms and holding hands and tipping and tapping down the street and singing together, and y'all may make a movie musical out of you, because it's no joke. So it's just so beautiful. I'm just speechless. Just what's gonna happen to you spiritually and awaken you is just so beautiful. Now there can be a little bit of a side to that. I know, mac and cheese, y'all, Southern mac and cheese. And yes, Maureen earlier said, she said fried okra. We don't eat anything in the South without fried okra. Everything in the South, it's like Asian food or Korean food. Everything comes with kimchi, right? Everything comes with fried okra here. So, or fried squash. Oh, fried squash. Anyway, so the flip side of this amazing spiritual awakening is you will find yourself getting more sensitive, and that can be hurtful. So for instance, the more spiritually awakened I get, the less I can stand the hurt to animals. And that includes humans. But what's happened for me is I've deliberately metamorphosized that hurt into warrior energy. And where I've always been committed to animals my whole life, now I guess whatever step there is above mission is what it is. I wouldn't say it's necessarily an obsession, and I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a zealot. Well, I wouldn't say that. Other people might, but I wouldn't say that. So it's like that. Whatever is happening is it is fantastic. And this again is specifically little C, big C. I dream of the day I can go back to being a vegetarian. Oh God, grits, Emily, cheese grits, girl. I can make you cheese grits that'll make your mama cry. Vegan, could y'all not with the mac and cheese? And to be honest, I'd love to tell you, little C, big C, that mac and cheese is the same with vegan cheese. No, it's not. No, it's not. And almond milk. All my vegan friends are like, it's delicious. And I'm like, nope. So hold on, I'm looking at, depends on the vegan cheese. Really? I'll have to try that, Axie. I know vegan cheese is not right. I have tried, y'all. I will try. I'll look for that brand because I would love to have vegan cheese. I'd love to go back to being vegan, and hopefully the next couple of months I will. But here's the thing. I'm going to move on, but I kind of wanted to ease into that message that's for the people with the head scar thing, because yeah, it's just don't freak out. Just don't freak out. Know that every day your heart chakra is just going to crack a little more open and a little more open and a little more open, and your third eye is going to be like, flutter, like, fluttering, and, then your crown chakra. One day I was in a meditation. I really literally reached up and I put my hands on top of my head like this, because it felt like my crown like my skull was blowing out the top of my head. And I was like, ooh, that can't be good. Had a headache for a couple weeks, but, I'm a triple Scorpio, so I'm in for a penny, in for a pound on everything. But I love soy milk, but not in mac and cheese. Sorry. Okay, so let me move on to the next people. Let me see who this is for. Okay, oat milk and mac and cheese? I guess I could try that. I will do the 175 and their add-ons, Lori. What? Oh, Lori, you're talking about the Kickstarter? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yes, sorry, y'all, let me answer this. So, Lori, thank you for pledging the Kickstarter. Let me just say this. So we reached our first stretch goal today of the 35,000, and so that unlocked the Cat's book. And then I made y'all a deal. I sent it out on all the newsletters, and I put it on social media and in the, I think I forgot to put it in Gathering of Mystics. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Axie. I thought it was a beautiful message. It's a big message, but if people play their crown chakra right, it'll be a beautiful message. So I told y'all, if you would get the Kickstarter up to 40,000, that instead of 45,000 being the stretch goal to unlock the dog's book, that I would just kick in the extra 5 and make it, go ahead and print it. And by now, last I checked before I jumped on the live, and I don't know what I did to blow up the live, y'all. I'm sure it was me, but I said I'd pitch in the extra 5, and so I'm gonna unlock the dog's book at 40,000. But we were already at $36,500 or something, and still 9 days to go. I have every faith we're gonna get there. So tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the add-on books there for y'all to go ahead and add on, and then that way we'll just be done with it. You can have whatever you want to have. So thank you, Teapot. Listen, don't thank me, thank y'all. Fried Twinkies. Kimberly, You had to say it. Fried Twinkies. Lord, I used to love them things. But you know what's even better than that? Fried Snickers. Have you ever had a fried Snickers? See, this is why I can't go to county fairs, because I can't ride the rides anymore. They just wreak havoc with my equilibrium and my autoimmune and everything. Believe me, I tried last year, 2 years ago. And but I will pay anything to get into a county fair, because I'm just going to eat the food that all the vendors have, all that crap you can never get anyplace else. And when I was at the Tampa fair, our big state fair, I don't know, about 4 years ago, y'all, they had vegan corn dogs. Vegan corn dogs. I ate the mud out of those things. They were fantastic. And they had I don't think the brand was Beyond Meat, but they had some kind of Italian sausage that was a vegetarian sausage that they served with the peppers and the onions and a cold beer. I was in Southern girl heaven, y'all. It was like, can I get a witness? Huh. So, all right. I know, Restless Mermaid, you and your dang bakery over there. Because, oh my God, State Fair of Texas, Gabriella, that is a for real fair. When I lived in Houston, Texas for 4 years, I never missed that. And other than Penzix, for anybody that's into Renaissance fairs, other than Penzix, Texas has, or used to have, I'm sure it doesn't anymore. I just talked about unlocking the dog book. Whammo! Woof, woof, woof. There you go. The dog book and the moose book. I don't have a moose book, but the dog book. So there you go. So dog knows that I'm doing the right thing. Dog spirit knows I'm doing the right thing. So there you go. Hey, Carolyn. I know, Lori, we all want it to go away. Who let the dogs out? Whoop, 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 whoop. What is Pargasite? I've never heard of Pargasite before. Anyway, okay, let me get back to giving messages. Y'all don't come here to hear me talk about county fairs and food. So give me just a second. Let me see who's supposed to come in next. Okay. This is crazy. The Taco Festival. The Chihuahua Beauty Contest. Oh, I want to go there. I want to go. That sounds so fun. Okay, so listen, this is a kooky thing too. So I keep seeing these big silver shears. And this is for y'all that either do like paper art, quilting, or as a medical professional, you're always using scissors. What are we talking about? Okay, here's the thing, y'all. You can't know how much I love you, because you guys stretch me as a psychic medium and animal communicator every week. But this message is specifically for people who use scissors. In particular, I'm seeing silver colored shears, that you either do paper art or quilting, or as a medical professional, you are constantly using scissors, whatever that means. Yeah, Emily, I guess it could have to do with color. It could have to do with cutting hair. Do you, Emily, when you cut hair, do you ever make shapes in the hair? Well, I mean, I understand you shape the hair, but do you ever make, like, I don't know, flower shapes or this or that? It could be hair cutting. I didn't see that, but that doesn't mean that it can't be, because this is about, okay, let me make it, ooh, Lordy, let me make it broader. This is for people who, as I'm hearing it, have a pair of scissors in their hand more often than they don't. Let's try that. So,
Look, I am your father. Look, I am my father.
Cut your hair yesterday, wanted to get a web design in it. See, you said web design to me, and I was like, how's she gonna put a website design in her hair? Oh, I get what you're saying now. That would be so cool. You put Paul, you also crochet. Okay, cool. Cutting flowers. Yeah, so let's just make this more broad or broader. If you, what is going on with my cards? Now they're like buck wild, these cards. If you have a pair of scissors in your hands more than you don't, whatever it is you're doing, surgery, hair cutting, crafting, but I really saw paper art, and this would even go to people that have been doing origami. I just keep seeing these paper art kind of things. Anyway, this message is going to be for you, but this time I'm going to pull a card. Well, let me give you the message first, and then I'm going to pull a card. I feel like cards gone wild. Maureen. This is one of the many reasons I love Maureen. She's got the best sense of humor. I really swear she missed her calling. She should have been like a preacher, a healer who's also a stand-up comic, really, honestly. And y'all, when Teapot gets her, Teapot and I are working on her channel because she is all into healing, and that's her thing, yoga and healing with cannabis and all that kind of stuff that I don't know jack about. Great googly moogly does she know healing like from the nth degree. So we'll let y'all know when her channel gets started too, and we'll all go support her channel and get all healed up in here. And one day I might be able to convince Maureen to do the same thing, or at least go on our shows. But here's the thing. So this is for people, it's true. Oh, Marie, that could do it. Homeschooling has me doing a lot of crafts with scissors. That easily could do it. Okay, so this is, okay, I'm just going to say it as it's coming to me. Whoever y'all are with these scissors, you might have made a vision board before. You might have thought about making a vision board. But you're being called on to make a vision board. Like no joke. Like not put pretty pictures on there, hoping it's going to become true. Not, do like you think you're doing a vision board, but really what you're doing is scrapbooking on a big 36 by 36, which is fine. It can be all the beautiful it wants to be. It can be the work of art you want it to be. But, Lori, we will miss you. Get some sleep and you have sweet dreams. Lori Dotson, you have the sweetest dreams ever. So, yes, we all try to heal the world. Okay. So, and we will do that. We will do that. Okay. So, you're really being called to make a vision board, because to get you to the next level of what you want, you've got to see it. You've got to see it. But because to you, seeing is believing. So it's not enough. It's not enough just to do your mantras. It's not enough just to do your affirmations, your prayers, your spell work, your whatever. The intent, the belief, the emotions got to come with it. And you're just not doing it. Meaning you haven't been able to get there with your belief system. But this thing, this vision board is going to be your activator. It's going to be like your own personal mandala that will become a work of art and very, very sacred. I don't know that you'll ever throw this away or put it away in a closet. It may become such a fixture in your life and such a thing that you're so attached to from the heart chakra that you just bond with it so much that it stays up for a long, 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 long time. You know what? Y'all don't give a mess about these messages tonight. We're talking about food. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. We should have a wine night. We'll have a happy hour. Yeah, Natasha, slight disconnect, right? Oh, hey, Mary. Laura, you're very welcome, and thank you for showing up. We really appreciate you. Truly, truly. Yeah, you've been being called to do more journaling with intentions. Okay, good, Natasha. It's here's the thing. Whatever you scissors people want to create, it's like you here's what it is. You scissors people are not recognizing you're already doing sacred work, but there's another thing that you want to do. There's another thing that you want to do that is so beautiful. It's just really contributing to the world. But I don't know if it's that you don't think you can do it, or you're not really sure anybody needs it, or you're like, well, that would just be so small it wouldn't matter. You're wrong. You're so wrong. Right, Cicely? Edward Scissorhands. Such a great movie because Johnny Depp is just crazy amazing. Well, he's crazy and amazing, but it is this thing that you want to do. You've got to put this vision board together. Scissor people, it's time to do the vision board, whatever that means for you. And I saw somebody one time, like she made her vision board out of plywood, and she really did create this multimedia piece of art that I still to this day, and this was years ago. Now, in fairness, she's a mosaic artist, okay, like an amazing mosaic artist. But she created a vision board and did a class where the people in the class made their own little baby vision boards. The activation that was going on in that room that day, and I just dropped in. I had friends in there, and they asked me would I come in as a favor to them and flip some cards for the group and whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll come. And we had a good time. And so please do that. Please create your own vision board and realize it doesn't have to be a poster board. It doesn't have to be, it can be whatever you want it to be. If you want to do a canvas and you want to paint on a canvas, or you want to do this or do that, but the intention is that it's a vision board. And usually the intention is that it is multimedia. It's got pictures and it's got trinkets and it's got this and it's got that. You know, if I did a vision board, it would look like Liza Minnelli threw up. And, you know, it would be bedazzled everywhere. And somebody would be singing some Barbara Streisand or some other Broadway tunes in the background. But, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I'm glad this message resonates with you, Elizabeth. That's really cool. Okay, so that's it. Scissor people, it's time to break out the scissors and it's your thing. Do what you want to do. Yeah. Okay, so, all right, who am I? Someone is at my door. You have to run. Don't run. They'll wait. Walk. Wine would be divine. I know. I'm drinking iced tea. Although I did mix my, I have a habit of drinking English black tea all day long, which is like caffeinous to the maximus. And so this time I cut it half and half with this orange lemongrass tea. It's quite tasty, if I do say so myself. Stephanie, I've thought on and off about a vision board, even bought a poster board, but like most things, okay. Well, it doesn't matter if you're not a scissors person. You can still take that away. Hi, Unstruck. There is not a list. I do this by Spirit sends me like evidence about people. Like we were just talking about people who use scissors more than they don't. Before that, it was about people who have trouble with their elbows. And before that, it was like people who have scars and surgery or injury on their head. So just hang out. There's not a ton of people here tonight. They're all the best people, all the most important people. But I boofed the stream, so people think I'm just, I don't know where they think I am. Probably have gone into the etheric. Girl, Captain Morgan, the captain. Yes, exactly, the captain. Heck to the yes. In a pina colada. If you like pina coladas. Okay. Emily Ackerson. Ooh, tea. I could put anything with turmeric or curry powder or garam masala. I would sniff that stuff. I would. I would just snort it. I totally would. It's my favorite. Okay. Oh, you joined. Oh, Elizabeth, that's cool. You joined right at Scissors and you're a hairdresser. That is fantastic. Okay, Restless Mermaid, like you and I need any more caffeine in our life. Any more caffeine in our life to be slugging down the breakfast tea, right? Okay. Ooh. This is so fun. Oh, chai tea. Let me tell you something. I can make some chai tea. And here is my secret weapon. Instead of putting cream in it, I put condensed milk. Condensed milk. Did you get that, chai tea people? Condensed milk. Bam! It'll give it a creaminess, a depth. You'll be speaking Hindi after the first sip. That's what I'm saying. Because y'all know my dream in life is to live in India or Nepal. Thank you, Unstuck. The Condor spirit animal. So, Unstuck, I hope you did not give that $5, hoping that I will for sure answer that question, because I don't do that. I don't do that. It's got to be who it's from. Okay. This is going to sound general, I bet. But it's not. Here's why. So, this is the silkworm. But when I drew the card, y'all remember that 80s song, Centipede? It was the dumbest dang song. And I know it's the silkworm card, but I heard the 80s song Centipede. So this is for y'all. Listen, pretty much everybody knows about 80s music, right? But this is for those of y'all that can't live without the 80s, the music, that identify with it, that resonate with it most. You know, Gloria Estefan, the rhythm is gonna get you tonight. Bump, 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 bump. I mean, I can do 80. We can do, I'll have a disco ball going in here in no time, right? But there is just, I don't know. There's something for you if you have a love affair with 80s music, not the 80s, but 80s music. It was the best. For real, 80s hair, no joke. Bye, Maureen. Thank you for all your help. Oh, crazy for you. Yes. Oh, my God. I'll be like Madonna all up in here. Bye, Maureen. Take care. She's going to a class. Right? That's true. Okay, so let me just say this. And, you know, listen, getting back to you, Unstuck, you know, you asked about Condor, which is kind of interesting because as you were typing that and you put that in there, I was like, looking, I was flipping the cards. Hawk came up. Now, hawk is not a condor, but it is a bird of prey. And this is for all of you. This is really for all of you that truly identify with 80s music. In my deck, the hawk is the Ace of Swords. And that's about conquest, clear vision, and discernment. And it is this is crazy. For those of y'all that truly identify with 80s music, you're going through a time where you don't feel powerful. You feel too small, meaning like, I'm too small to achieve this. I'm too small to be recognized for that. I'm too small, meaning I'm not strong enough to do this. I'm not strong enough to do that. Now, that's not true. You know, when you take a look at him, just because he mentioned condors, and condors happen to be one of my spirit animals, I know everything there is to know about condors. I feel very certain on that. But hawks, no matter what kind of hawk it is, by and large, they are not large birds. They're just not. And birds are fragile, y'all. I mean, you can snap a bird just by looking at them. They are just fragile creatures. But they don't know that. And when they want to hang tough, they hang tough. And other creatures are afraid of them. Now, a condor is not necessarily going to be afraid of a hawk. An eagle may not, or they might get into it or whatever, however it happens in the natural world. But for those of you restless, birds, why does it always have to be birds? But here's the thing for real, y'all. It is a thing that you are just feeling weak. You cannot allow yourself to feel that way because you're not that way. And you've got to stop everything you're doing and find your place of power. Period. End of story. You've got to find your place of power. So whatever that means for you, I can say specifically what's coming to me. Let me just lay it out there. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a storyteller, meaning Spirit always tells me stories to share. Well, usually tells me stories to share that will get the centipede video. I couldn't get that out of my head. Stella does need her groove back. That's what I'm saying, right up on her. So, when Spirit sends me a story, I know that it's because I'm supposed to use, you're a fox person. That's interesting, Jason. I had to pre-record tomorrow's reading, and not to give away anything, but Jason Curling, you should look at my daily reading tomorrow if you're a fox person. Yes, you should. Not trying to give anything away, but so I've not ever been a person who was afraid of confrontation, ever. I kind of have been the opposite. Like, the Mars energy is strong in this one. If you come at me, chances are very good. I'm going to give you as good as you get. Now, it's been many, many years since I've really felt that way. Like, the more you spiritually awaken, you're like, why would I waste my time and energy on something like that? But what happened was I went so far the opposite way that I began to realize that I just let so much stuff roll off my back. I looked up one day and something went, the Humpty dance. Welcome to the Love Shack, baby. She's headed down the high. God, don't get me started on. I'll be doing the B-52s up in here. We're headed down the Atlanta highway, looking for a love getaway. Woo! All right. So, here's the thing. I know that's my jam, right? The Humpty dance. Okay. So I woke up one day and I realized I've gotten so letting things roll off my back that I'd forgotten that some things matter so much. You got to stand tough. You got to hang tough. And so, these days I don't hang tough unless I feel like it's worth it. But I feel like for this message, y'all, is it's okay, Devana. You don't have to have been around in the 80s to love the 80s. But hey, Caitlin. Oh my God, Caitlin, I need to send you that email back. I don't know what I was thinking when I sent you that email about Kickstarter. I didn't even see your, I'm sorry. You did. And thank you very much for pledging Kickstarter. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm glad you're in class. So this is for those of y'all, again, that really identify with the 80s music. You're going through a time where you're like, it's not even that you're not drawing your boundaries. You're just not standing up when you need to stand up. Because sometimes somebody needs a back off in their face, however you would do that. And you're just not there. You're not feeling like you're strong enough to do that. You're not feeling it. And that's not true. And so I got the power. It's getting kind of restless. I mean, it's, whatever you got to do, walk around singing that song to yourself, get up in the morning, brushing your teeth, whatever you got to do, you got to find the power. And that's it. Hawk, caw, caw, caw. All right. Okay. So, now see, he had to go mention, Condor. Let me just tell you this. Condor is the shaman's bird. And they are among the most mystical of birds just because they just, where they're from, number one, communing with the indigenous cultures and the shaman from ancient history, very, very closely tied with buzzard and vulture energy. And those are just like, okay, y'all, I don't even know what's going on with my deck. Some cards are front, some cards are back. Y'all hit me up in the chat if you have, if you are having a thing where everything is unorganized, like no matter how much you try to get things organized and get it in line, it's just like you look back and you go, who moved that? Why did you do that? Because I'm going to have to sit and go through my cards tonight. I don't even know how they came this way, but they have gone. It's like Maureen said, cards gone buck wild. Cards gone wild. Okay. Hit me with your best shot. Come on and hit it. Fire away. It's my prerogative. Right? Don't get me started with flock of seagulls. We'll have, oh my God, flock of seagulls. Okay. All right. So let me move on. Natasha, I would understand. I feel your pain because I don't know. I'm just going to draw cards. I don't even know what's going on with my cards. Hot Mess Express. Whoop, whoop. It's like a tornado. Y'all, my sister's packing to move to Tennessee. So I've been saving her all the boxes from all, the ARC, when I sell the ARC decks and I send them out and whatnot. So I've been saving her all these boxes. And there are boxes floor to ceiling in my living room right now. I had a friend come over the other day. He said, "Are you moving?" Well, no, I'm not moving. He goes, "What are all the boxes for?" And I was like, because I've started a collection. I love boxes. I need to collect them. Okay, Jessica, cleaning up after a child. Y'all, I'm hot. Hold on. I got to turn my fan around. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, that's better. I can breathe. All right. All right. Who is this for this time? Okay. This is a crazy feeling. You're not a hot mess, restless mermaid. You're restless, but you're not a hot mess. Oh, no. Hey, guys. Jacqueline, one of her dogs was in an accident, and it's at night 2 of the emergency. So can everybody just take a second and just, and let's talk about how to send healing energy. We don't send the negative of it. Please don't let this dog, please don't do, it's not about that. It's please, do this for this animal. Please, so on and so forth. None of the negative stuff, right? And yes, Jacqueline, we'll be very happy to do that. I'm doing that right now. So Jacqueline, I feel like your vet has said it's a little bit touch and go, but they're very positive about it. And I think you can trust in that. Jacqueline, make sure that you put in the chat. I need to be sure I'm on the right energetic trail as I deliver these messages from a dog. And I feel like it's a little bit touch and go, but your doctor has said they're very positive. Is this correct? Also, Jacqueline, I feel like you hold all of your tension in your stomach, in particular in your solar plexus chakra. You're not really good at wearing your feelings on your sleeve. You kind of bottle everything up inside. And so probably the person that's going to come out the worst in you is that, or is you, because you're going to, don't blow. don't give yourself a hernia, over this. And so I'm feeling, I don't know if there's going to be a limp or a little bit of just soreness for a long time with the dog, but ultimately I do. Okay, right. Okay, you do struggle with a lot of digestive food and emotions. So let me just say this. Right now, I feel like somebody has taken my solar plexus and they're twisting it and twisting it and twisting it and twisting it, like how you'd wring out a dish rag. Jacqueline, you got to breathe, sister. You've got to breathe. And if it's okay, I'll send healing energy to you. And just one other real quick thing, Jacqueline. Okay, so I drew you a card and you got the meerkats. Let me tell you something about meerkats. They stand strong as a family. And I mean strong. They look out for each other. They look like big old goofballs because they are. They're about the cutest things in the whole world. And that really is a real picture of a real family of meerkats. And it is, Jacqueline, you've got to know that I don't know that your blood family is as much you can lean on as your chosen family and people that chose you. But before you go down, you have got to moan, right? You have got to, I've got the visual of a person that just is doing so much by themselves, and they're just pulling and they're pulling and they're pulling everybody else and everything else along behind them. And you just keep going and going and going until finally you just go wham, and you face plant because you literally do not have the strength to go on. Okay, you always say your dog acts like a meerkat. Well, and that's why they call it being psychic, and that's why, listen, people accuse me of just being a carnival salesman sometimes because I keep pushing the arc, but there's a reason I keep pushing the arc, because the animal allies know. I get messages from people every single day. People that have been reading tarot for like 30 years are like, I cannot believe what happens with your deck. It's not because it's my deck. It's because you all are tapping into the energy of the animals world and they're tapping back into you. But anyway, let me go back to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you can't lug everything and everybody along for much longer. You're gonna have to realize that you can and you should lean into other people, and they will give you. Right. I've been resisting some family trauma work. I totally get that. Okay. But stop resisting, baby doll. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on. Jacqueline, I hope that was helpful. Y'all, I'm sorry. I know I don't just go to the first person that, or people that ask for questions, but somebody's got an animal and it's something like that. You're always going to see me stop everything I'm doing, and I'm going to be right on. I'm going to tap in. Okay. Okay, just one more thing, Jacqueline. Do you have something wrong with your eye or eyes? Hey, Lily! Either wrong with your eye or your eyes, or the dog has something in an eye, or something happened to one of the eyes or whatever. It's okay, but you're going to have to treat it with stay on it with the treatment. No joke. Stay on it. You're welcome. Okay. Hey, Kelly. I had somebody say to me the other day, Emily, you ain't lying. Ancestral trauma healing? Lordy. I've just ignored it. I'm just like, I can't hang. So somebody said to me the other day, I would love to be you. I would love to be able to receive all those messages, this and that. No, you wouldn't, because here's what's happened in my head right now. We're doing all this deep work. Jacqueline, you haven't had an eye injury, or the dog has had an eye injury? Yes, you have. Either you have or the dog has, or somebody right next to you has. Okay. So here's why you don't ever want to be me and be in my head, because we're doing all this, like, I'm doing all this like deep psychic stuff, getting her an answer about her dog. There's trauma. And then I turned back and I saw there's a club I used to go to in Orlando. Man, I tear that dance floor up from the flow up. And I kept hearing the song Baby Got Back. I don't know. There's something that's okay. People email me all the time or text me or whatever. And they're like, hey, do you remember the other day when you said? And I'm like, I do. And they're like, hey, I put it together, but that's okay. There's something about an eye injury. Yeah, check it out. And don't be surprised if the vet's like, I feel like a little of this or a little of that. Okay. So, oh, okay. There you go. I have very bad allergies that makes my eyes water. Okay, there you go. Thank you, whoever brought up the allergies. Christine, thank you. It didn't it didn't hit me, but that certainly could be it. Especially if it makes your eyes sting and they're watery. But literally, y'all, this is, and I can't, listen, these videos are forever. They live on YouTube for forever. And so I'm just going to say this. The message is for the people out there that feel like they got a little bit of junk in the trunk, because I keep hearing the song, Baby Got Back. And I can sing that song word for word, just so you know. Oh, my cat lost his eye years ago. Ooh. I don't know, Emily. I still feel like it's for Jacqueline, but that doesn't mean it can't be for you. It doesn't mean it can't be for you. But here's the thing. Emily, do you identify with, oh my God, Becky. Look at that. Yeah. She's just so, that's hilarious. Okay. But for real, y'all, it's for people that really feel like they've got too much junk in the trunk. No joke. This is a Baby Got Back. Yeah, they got to the Beanpole Days, those magazines. You ain't at this thing. Okay. You know what? Can I just say, okay, I swear on my mother's grave, this is iced tea. There is nothing in here but iced tea. I can't help it. I'm a triple Scorpio. And for those of you that think you've got a little too much junk in the trunk, I'm just going to hold the card up and not say anything. I'm just going to leave that there. Just going to leave that there. Take it for what it is. I ain't saying nothing. Busta money. Vortex. Some days I get real. I just feel badly for y'all that like me sometimes, because I'm not like the other tarot readers and the psychics out there and mediums out there and whatnot that are just, they dress a certain way and they all look a certain way and they're all very reverent and they're very this. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. It's not who I am. I just can't. But for those of you all who identify with having too much junk in your trunk, the 7 of Cups card is for you. Now, once I could get past the joke about beavers, because we are talking about Baby's Got Back. Devonna Duquesne. This is your first time. Wow, this is so exciting. It sounds like you're crazy like the rest of us, and we're the best kind. Hey, Sylvie. Welcome to the madness. God, I hope my sister's not watching this tonight. Oh, she watches me sometimes, and then I get all kind of hell the next day. Okay, in all seriousness, note, let me tell y'all something. So the 7 of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot is a fantastic card. It's about dreams, but it's also about deception and determination. And I know, Quad Scorp, dang. You're a quadruple Scorpio, Kelly B? Girl, we should Wonder Twin Power activated. I'm a triple Scorp. No joke, man. The Mars is strong in this one. So, thank you, Jason. That was very kind. Thank you. So Jason, just so you know, how I work is just like you have been watching. The messages go to whoever, like, for this is like, this message is for people who think they have too much junk in the trunk. However, that being said, let me say this. Oh, y'all, that makes total sense why the Seven of Cups would come out for people who think they have too much junk in the trunk. Because the Seven of Cups, if you look at the card, it's about all of these choices, and you have all of these things that can go really, really well. And, you could do this, or you could have this, or you could go this direction, or you could go this direction. And you can get to having so much junk in your trunk that you just don't know which way to go. And then all of a sudden, everything looks so gold and shiny that you end up you end up deceiving yourself in some way. And I see that a lot in relationships, that people are just like, they see all the shiny stuff about that person. But when it comes to the danger, Will Robinson, you feel it, you might even see it, but you're so focused on the good stuff. Opportunity paralysis. Yes, Elizabeth, that is a great Bahama Beach Club. We had one in Florida too. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. That's going to distract me every time. So, exactly. Here's the thing. For those of y'all that really do feel like you've got too much junk in your trunk, that is funny and probably not true. You're probably J-Lo, but it is about whatever choices you're trying to make right now. Don't deceive yourself. Find the cups that are filled with real things for you, and don't ignore the warning signs of things that are not meant for you, that will not go well for you. And they're there. I know you've seen them. My big barometer is, if I'm talking to somebody, or I'm doing a business deal, or I'm doing a this, or I'm doing a that, the first thing that goes horribly awry, I'm on alert. Hey, Tracy Ann. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Tammy. You have a purse that matches my shirt. I love it. And so it is, when something goes horribly awry the first time, man, I go on red alert. And I'll sometimes let it pass, but the second thing that just it tilts and it goes, it just face plants, I'm out, because I know it's not meant for me. And when I sit back and I look at it, I'll know that I had hesitation, but I did it anyway. I just did something the other day like that. Oh man, everything. Oh, and it was about spending money. Everything in me said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And even I went, that's not my spidey senses. That's my fear talking. It was my spidey senses. I'm big dummy. It's my spidey senses. So that's, yeah, don't do it. There you go. There's your message. Okay. Okay. Rejection is protection. Cicely, I've never heard that before. I love that. Can I use that? I've never heard that before, but that is about for real. Rejection is protection. That is no joke. Rejection is protection. And that is whether you're being rejected or you're doing the rejecting. Let me just say that. Cicely, I don't know who you are, but I just love it. Wonder Twin Pet shape of a Sasquatch. Y'all listen. Oh, Lordy B. When fall time comes, I'm going to Atlanta, and I'm going to go dive. You can get in their tank in the Atlanta Aquarium, and you can dive with bull sharks, or you can go in with the bull sharks and the big giant manta rays and the giant Galapagos sea turtles. I'm going to do that. But on the way, there is a Sasquatch museum right on the other side of the Georgia line. And if you don't think I'm not stopping in that Sasquatch museum, and I'm going to talk to y'all about Sasquatch and the museum owner and the people who work there, I'm going to get the 411 on these old Yeti abominable snowman people. You bet I am. I almost said you bet I am, but I'm trying to be a lady tonight, y'all. Okay. Okay. This card hasn't come out in a long time. Let me see who this is for. This is going to be for people. This is going to be for people. Ooh, Stone Mountain. I will. I'll check it out. This is going to be for people who have twin flames or twin souls or soulmate on their mind and on their heart. This is going to be for love the horns. He might have seen it. He might have. You should check and see how much moonshine he had before he was seeing them. But no, listen, I really believe big feet do exist. You know what they say about big feet. But Bigfoot, we're done here. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Sweet mother of the goddess. Okay, so this is for y'all that have not just romance or love, but twin souls, soulmates, or twin flames on your mind and on your heart. Twin flames. Oh my God, Restless, please get moved into your new house and come to Florida, and we will go to the Sasquatch Museum together. Bigfoot Thief. It's fantastic. So again, this is for y'all that have, I've given up on a crush I had with a guy in my ghost group who was obsessed with Bigfoot. Oh my God, Christine, is this message for you or what? We're talking about Bigfoot and you got like a whole twin soul flame. Okay. Hey, that's a good light beacon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So, here's the theory. Now, people talk about soulmates as if it's only about romance, but that's not, I don't find that to be true. Like, I believe we're all soulmates because every time we interact, even if y'all aren't sitting right in front of me and I'm not sitting right in front of you, our interactions change each other's lives. And that's going to be really true of anybody that you interact with because you can never step in the same river twice. That river's going to, keep on flowing and Proud Mary's going to keep on burning, right? Rolling, rolling, rolling down the river. Okay. And so that said, now certainly the people that have had the most impact on you in your life, like, your folks and your friends and your lovers and your animals and all that kind of junk, they are right. It's exactly what I said, Christine, man. Okay. Now that's synchronicity because I said, and your pets, and poof, Christine's message pops up in the chat. That's so cool. Okay. So that's a soulmate. And then there are twin souls. So for instance, my mom and I were twin souls. We were so much alike that it used to freak people out. We would say the same things at the same time. And there was a big generational gap. My mom didn't have me until she was 30. And so, not true. She didn't have me. Yeah, she had me when she was 30. And so those are twin souls. Now, my bestest friend, one of my bestest friends, everywhere we go, people think we're married. We're not married. That's never going to happen. But our ebb and flow, our flow is wildly uncanny. It's wildly uncanny. Case in point. About 6 years ago, I was sitting at my desk and all of a sudden my eyes started watering. And Devonna, that is the most romantic thing I've ever seen. You sent somebody a pair of compression socks because they stand all day. Some people would not appreciate that, but that's a very thoughtful gift, I think, because you're looking out for them. So here's the thing. Okay, so all of a sudden my eyes just started watering, and my husband at the time said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm not crying. I don't know why my eye." He said, "Do your eyes hurt? Did you sting? Did you put?" He's like, I'm like, "No, I don't even know." And then all of a sudden, the voice in my head said my friend's name, and I was like, "Oh my God, something's wrong with, and I don't have his permit. He's Solar. For those of you that haven't joined us on the Gathering of Mystics forum, please join us. It's a lot of fun there too. But he's Solari on the Gathering of Mystics forums, and he's deaf. He's been deaf since birth. And so I'm texting him, are you okay? What's going on? So on and so forth. And half an hour goes by. And I'm like, if you don't answer me in 5 minutes, I'm getting in my car and I'm coming out to your house. It was like an hour drive. I'm like, I know something's wrong. I know it. So finally he pings me back and he's like, what? And I told him what was going on. He's like, you are a freak. I've been flushing my eyes out with water because I'm cleaning my house because my mom's coming. And you know how she is and you know how I am. And he said, I don't know what possessed me, but I opened an ammonia bottle and then I sniffed it to sniff if it was water. And he inhaled all that ammonia. So not only did he instantaneously, his eyes started watering, but now he's flushing out his eyes, wondering if he was going to have to go to the doctor. And so that is a twin soul connection. That's a twin soul connection. When you are that closely connected with, so my sister and I are twin souls. Holy guacamole. Okay, now is, bye, Jenny. I'm so sorry you're having spotty connection. Thank you for coming, though. Okay, so a twin flame is supposedly, it's just a relationship that either is so combustible that when y'all get together, you consume each other so much that the whole thing burns out pretty quickly. There's nothing left. It's like when fire decimates someplace. There's nothing left but a pile of ashes. Also, people think of twin flame relationships as y'all are just so dang bad for each other, but you just cannot. It's like an obsession. Bye, Jenny. Take care. I'll hope to see you again. It is it's that you just can't stay away from them and they can't stay away from you, and you know it's going to go badly. You just can't help it. It's like an addiction. It's like an addiction, and it never ends well. Never. So that's the difference. Okay, so going back to the card, let me just tell you the card. So this is for y'all that have twin souls, soulmates, and twin flames on the brain. Here's the sugar glider. And what sugar gliders will teach you is, let me hold this up here, is cleverness, adventure, and a leap of faith. Now, they're called sugar gliders because they don't fly, they glide. And they can glide for like up to 150 feet. It's craziness. And see, Kimberly, that is a twin flame for real. I have a twin soul connection with a woman who doesn't believe in the connection. It's a freak. Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, what are you going to do, Cheryl? What are you going to do? You know? So all of that being said, sugar gliders have their name because they really do live off of sugar, fruits, and that kind of thing. But they are some of the most community and relationship-minded animals. They're very much like meerkats in that way. And they really are the sweetest, sweetest animals. Truly just so sweet. So there's something about this message for you that just makes me want to smile. And it makes me want to watch rom-coms. And it just, even if it's a twin flame, even if you can only enjoy the sweetness for a little while until y'all burst into flames again, you got to do it. Hey, Mary, you're back. And now she's back from outer space. She just walked in to find us here with that sad look upon my face. I don't know any other way to say it than enjoy your time and do everything that you can. I'll give y'all, for instance, I'm going to sell my assistant out. So, you just got engaged to your best friend because your soulmate. That's so sweet. I love it. So, I'm going to sell out. Y'all should know Amy by now. I hate to call her my assistant. She's not really. She's like my other hand. I don't even know what I would do without Amy. So I don't really know what I'd do without Teapot or Maureen either, or Joel. But all that being said, it's her anniversary. And so she and her hubby and their little girl, they all went over to St. Augustine and they got a room. And they have gotten some really good news lately, really good news. And it's their anniversary. And she was like, I don't know, should I get a room for a second night of this or that? And I was like, I know money's not the problem. Why are you, why it's a night at a hotel. What's the drama? And she just went on and 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 on. Love the horns. It is very much like that. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. It really is like that. And I haven't even gotten to, if I could see y'all, we should do a live a couple nights over Zoom so I could see y'all. Because if I could see you, everybody physically reminds me of an animal. Now, I can get it psychically without ever having to see you. That's a fact. But if I can see you, I will watch you morph into whatever animal you truly are. It happens right in front of my eyes. Anyway, back to Amy. So, I don't know. She had a whole bunch of malarkey that I wasn't even paying attention to because I was sending an email and I didn't really care why she didn't want to do it because the answer was, that's silly. That's just silly. You should be sweet to your... Oh! I don't think I said you should be sweet to yourself, but I was like, y'all have a lot to celebrate. It's just another night in a hotel. What are you thinking? Well, she hadn't been thinking of it as a celebration. She was so busy trying to organize the trip. You know, get the baby's clothes ready, get them packed, get them this, get them that, yak, 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 schmackety, schmackety. And the next thing is she's like, should we stay one more night? I'm like, we're not talking about staying one more night at like, you know, $1,000 a night hotel. Okay, we're probably talking about, I don't know, whatever's nice over there in St. Augustine. I haven't been over there in a couple of years, but I don't know, a couple $100 for God's sake. And I know it's not about the money. She goes, I don't even know what it's about. And I'm like, just go. But she had to be sweet to herself. So whatever's going on with you and the twin soul, the twin flame, the soul, the soulmate, it's time for you to bring the sweetness. And you may have to lead the way, but this other person will follow. And y'all both need this time. Just this very gentle, very kind, very compassionate, very yeah, you need this time. Stephanie Tipton, we already talked about that. I know you know that. Kimberly, you could not possibly have gotten terrorized by a sugar glider. Now, come on. They're about the cutest dang things. I feel like I have a twin flame. It's on and off. That's why. There you go. Let me tell you something, Natasha. I feel for you, sister, because I was in love. I did a video. That video, I don't know if y'all ever saw that. Hey, Denny. My sweetness comes out like pickle juice. Hey, bread and butter pickles are sweet. I don't know if y'all saw that video that I did that was, I don't know, a month or two ago or whatever about the love of my life, Dante Garza. I've measured every single other fella that I've dated or married or been with or whatever. I've measured them against him and they just don't cut the mustard. What are you going to do? So, but I'll tell you that if you're not currently with your twin soul, your soulmate, your twin flame, and you want to be, I'll tell you now, the way to get there is to channel Sugar Glider. Channel their togetherness, channel their familyness, channel their commitment, channel their ability to ride the currents very gracefully, and they stay in the clouds. You almost never see a sugar glider on the ground. They just float from tree to tree to tree. Now, sometimes you do have to come down and get grounded, but the fact of the matter is when you can keep your head in the clouds, so to speak, and you can keep the dream alive, then, you know, there you go. So, dang. Oh, y'all, I'm way over time. All right, I'm going to give one more message. Byron, you don't even believe in this stuff. You keep coming on here and you keep saying you don't believe. Byron, do you have a thing for anime or cartoons or a particular set of cartoon characters that might have big teeth? I'm not kidding. I am absolutely not kidding, Byron. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, man. I really am seeing that with you. I'm skeptical but open-minded. That is an oxymoron. Dude, you can't be skeptical and open-minded. That's just not, forget it. Thank you, Teapot. I appreciate it. Can a twin flame be so one that bullies you? Yes, absolutely. They can do that. Sure, they can. Should I sugar glide across the Atlantic? If you change, Devana, just because I got an immediate hit on this, if you change what your perception of what you want the outcome to be, yeah. But I don't think it's gonna work out the way you think it's okay. So Byron, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with drawing cartoon characters with big teeth. So Byron, that's why they call it being psychic. There's actually a very scientific reason that we're all psychic. And I, honest to God, believe, well, I believe we're all God. So I honest to all of us, I'm going to start saying that now. I honest to all of us believe that character that you drew is truly your spirit animal. No joke, dude. And your power animal and your totem animal. I just feel such a connection. And, you know, once you draw something or you think of it, it becomes a real thing. Why would I challenge your skepticism? No, I'm not challenging your skepticism. What I'm saying is, if a person is open-minded, they can be open-minded but grounded. But you can't. But saying that you're skeptical but open-minded, skepticism implies shutdown. Look up the definition of the word. Open-minded implies open-minded. And you've been, listen, dude. You've been lurking me for years now. And probably other psychics and mediums and that kind of thing too. But honest to goodness, it really is science, no joke. Natasha, sugar glider helped me to see my twin. Sure, of course. Hey, Catherine, how are you, honey? And also, where's the fella that was super stressed out and bulldoze you? That's funny. Oh, yeah, they do. They will ping right off their cages. Yes, they will. Like they're a clapper and a bell. The fellow that was stressed. Here's the thing. Is he still here? Dude, if you're the dude that was stressed, tell me you're still here. I can't remember your name, honey. Sorry, but I do have a message for you. And, wait, who was the person that asked what animal they were? Y'all, I'm sorry. When I go into this zone, I don't remember names and whatnot. Soy coyote. Coyote. Restless Mermaid, I'm not talking to you about your animal. You already know what animal you are. Animals you are. Hold on. I miss all the fun stuff because I'm channeling. Y'all have all the fun. I'm going to let one of y'all channel one day. And then I'm going to sit back and have fun. I do have fun. I love you guys. You will never know. My sister told me the other day, she's like, listen, you got to stop talking about these people. And I'm like, why? They're like the light of my life. And she's like, because I'm tired of hearing about it. And I'm like, okay. And the next day I was like, yak. Dang it, I can't remember the fella's name. If you're on here still, just, Jason, listen, here's the story. So I feel like you have always dealt with a bit of anxiety. Always. You've just always been a very anxious kind of person. You've got this perfection thing about you. You just really feel like, you're just very committed to showing up to others as being perfectly put together, perfect. And so I would encourage you that right, I know. Right, Jason, you've got a perfection thing. I would encourage you to tap into spider energy, into the high priestess energy. Here's why. There are people that would argue that nothing and no one is perfect. And I would argue just the opposite. I have so many perfect moments in my life every day that I wish other people would feel that same way. Sometimes I do things that are perfectly perfect. And even when I'm imperfect, it's perfectly imperfect. And it's not about me, it's about everybody. And we just get so wrapped up in stuff that we miss the things that are perfect. You know, for those that have been listening to me for a while, you know, I truly have a sugar addiction. I do. And I swore to Swanee I was not going to buy Haagen-Dazs ice cream, but dang it, it went on BOGO at Publix again. So I picked up a couple little pints. And that first bite of that fudge brownie, not Haagen-Dazs, but Ben & Jerry's, that was one of the more perfect moments of my day. Not because it was feeding my sugar craving, but because in that moment, I sat in silence and there was a reverie. There was a sacredness to the sweetness and the coldness and the this and the that and the texture and the this and the that. Okay. What? Wait, what? Byron is a leech? What? And that, Byron, that might be your totem animal. But I'm telling you, the animal that is most connected to you is that critter that you used to draw. Now, you can have more than one spirit animal. I do. Everybody does, really. Yeah, it's like oh, Lordy. You ain't lying, love the horns. It's like the first sip of McDonald's Southern Sweet Tea. Ain't nobody makes iced tea in the South like McDonald's or Sonny's Barbecue. Sweet Jesus. Sonny's iced tea. Okay, now, all that said, perfect imperfection. And so, Mr. Curling, you got to chill out, dude. You just got to chill out. And that's going to start with you. You got to start with, oh, beavers do have big teeth. You bring up a good point. Well, there's the big teeth part, and that's why they call it being psychic. I would encourage you that to get rid of your anxiety, you could really do well by yourself, starting to learn more about, I want to say spirituality, but it's not really about that so much as the high priestess is the keeper of secrets. She's the female counterpart to the magician. She knows about everything beyond, I mean, nothing flaps her, and she has no anxiety because she knows the secrets of the universe. And you just trust it's not your thing. And so that's it. Yes, spider could very well be your spirit animal if you've been seeing them a lot and taking notice, and then you've never been on this live before. I've never seen you before. And poof, I draw spider for you. Well, the spirit animals have me draw spider. Right. That's why they call it working with the spirit animal guides. I'm not making fun of you, Jason. I'm just saying, yes, absolutely. Okay. So, okay. Orange Paycoat tea tastes just like McDonald's sweet tea. Y'all, there's a chain of restaurants owned by the Darden brand called Bahama Breeze. They got this crazy citrus tea that I don't know. But every time I go to the Bahama Breeze, I get one of the waiters, I slide them a 10 or a 20, and they tote me a bag of their tea bags out of the kitchen, and I go home with a whole bag of them. So, hey, Joan. Hey, Lightfoot. So, all right, Cece, you don't know any of your animals. How is that? Have you meditated on it? Have you asked? Have you, hi, Kathy. I don't know what your spirit animal is. I don't. That would require a reading. But, right there, except for Devana, now he's talking about, Bahama drinks or Bahama Breeze's appetizers. I'm very bitter. I'm very, very bitter. They still have their tea, but they changed the recipe on their coconut beer battered onion rings. That's it. That just killed that restaurant for me. I'm done Zola with them. Okay, you communicate with animals in nature. All right, Cece, give me a second. Let me get really deep in here. So Cece, when I step into your energy about your animal, I don't know if you guys saw this weird physical thing I was doing, but I just felt like I wanted to come up and unfold. And I keep being drawn to very long neck and long back things like an ostrich, an emu, a giraffe, a swan, a heron, something that just when it stands up, it's got this strength and this elegance. Little C, Big C, do you have a thing about long-necked things or tall things? It's just this unfurling of this animal, and by the time it raises its head, it's just like the queen and the king wave. Dun 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 dun. Does this make sense, little C, Big C? Oh, okay, Jacqueline, there you go. Right. There you go. That's why I got the eye injury. Yeah, that makes total sense, honey. It could be a llama. It could be a flamingo. It could be any of those things with the long neck that unfurls like that. Okay. So I would take, yeah, it could be a long-necked dinosaur, sure. It could be a brontosaurus. I love brontosauri. They're so cute. I would have a baby brontosaurus. Okay, so there you go, little C, Big C. All right, you guys. So listen, I love y'all, but I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's what I do. And I'm going to draw one more card. This is for everybody. So everybody listen up. Right, there you go. You're so welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, y'all. I don't know if you saw me doing this, but I was shuffling my cards. High Priestess came out against Spider. So this is for everybody, right? This is for everybody. Tonight, meditate on the Spider and on the High Priestess archetype. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, hey, Kelly, you're going to want to set your intentions. And then you're going to want to ask Spider, Mama Spider, and High Priestess to work with you on helping those intentions come true. And I also am being told again, please, 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 y'all, the scissors and the vision boards, I'm being told to remind y'all of that again. I want to thank my mods, Teapot, Maureen, so much. And thank you guys for coming. Love you guys very, very much. And I thank you for coming out to these crazy things. And again, I want to thank you for supporting the Kickstarter, because really when you're supporting the Kickstarter, you're supporting yourself. If you're really, if you're really into and or serious about, animal spirit energy and animal spirit guides and totems and that kind of thing, there just isn't another book like this on the market. And I don't know that there ever will be. I mean, there are not many people that take on writing a 704-page book. But I've had, the spirit animals have had just about enough of books that have that much information in them. And like you're supposed to glean some big spiritual insight or awakening. They're more complex than that. They're more multidimensional than that. And they really want us to know that. So there you have it. Thank you, Stephanie. I still want to call you Stephanie, girl. I'm just going to have to call you Stephanie. Denny, Bernie. Oh, you mean me. Bernadette. Scissors and Vision Boards, MS Moon Gable. Yeah. Good. I hope you do purchase the larger deck. That would be awesome. Y'all have a great evening. I tried to do one of these on a Saturday night. I talked to all my friends. I was like, what was up with the trolls on Saturday night? And they were like, that's exactly why we don't do lives on Saturday night. We can't hang with the trolls. So there you have it. Oh, yeah. And also, if you haven't pledged the Kickstarter lately and gotten your book, because that's really what it's about, is you get in the book. Just remember that from this Kickstarter, I have pledged $5,000 of the profits of the book to go to support charities that fight against animal cruelty, of which I've already given out 3,000 of those dollars. Gentle Carousel got a chunk. And you'll see an interview with me later with them, and Hayden Zoo in Georgia. And then I just adopted Bernie the pig from Animal Place. Well, actually 4 of those places, because I just gave a chunk also to to Animals Asia that fights against bile bear farming, one of the most heinous things that there is on this planet. So, Byron, man, we're just having fun with you. So I hope you're not offended, but honest to goodness, this is fascinating. I must say hi to Cece when you get a chance. And so I love you guys, but of everything that's happened here tonight, what's the most important thing for you to do in your life? To do good for animals, including yourself, and to what? Say it with me, to stay wild.